Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.
So first of all, thank you so much for this interview and congratulations. We watched the film yesterday. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you about how it's been coming to this universe, this 28 years universe that's been the third film, but it feels like a first film.
Brand new one, yeah.
Yes, how's
it
been
does.
That for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. Yeah, and I feel incredibly fortunate to work with Danny Boyle and to have the material written by Alex Garland. I mean, it's a really it's a great, you know, it's such a great franchise, but also it's like this beautiful, so the world feels big, but the story inside is very intimate and it feels like a family drama. So yeah, it's really special.
I think as well the original film felt so kind of groundbreaking and innovative, and then 23 years have passed now and film has advanced, and to see how the creative team have actually utilized that and ran with it, and to be able to witness that and also play some sort of part in it has been, I think we both feel very, very lucky.
I have the feeling watching the film that the film has two stories. One of them with you, one of them with you. The nexus is this kid. So I'll be playing with that because it feels like a complete different type of parenting. Between both of your characters. Child. So how's been that playing that part that is the core of the film, is that the relationship between the members of this family.
Yeah, it's great. You get to witness the two different sort of parental guidance, really. But yeah, you follow the story through the lens of our 13-year-old son, Spike, who's is curious and innocent and trying to sort of see the truth in everything and just trying to live life and find love and hope in a dark time. So, but yeah, I play his father and I put a lot of pressure on him to sort of grow up very quick and learn these survival skills because he's going to need them. But also maybe operating from a place of his own trauma and projecting too much onto his son, his child. So he's kind of failing as a parent and he's failing as a husband, but he's flawed,
Yeah, and it's interesting with Isla because she's not well, so she's often unreliable at times, and Spike actually often has to play the role of parent, but I think because of her illness, she's kind of protected from the outside world, so I guess is still kind of held on to a lightness and a playfulness, which she really wants to encourage her son to hold on to. There's a sensitivity and a tenderness that she really wants to give him, and I think both aspects of the parent serve him well in the end. It's about actually him taking on what he deems to be helpful and paving his own way.
Also, the film has been shot with iPhones.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's been the experience for you, and it's not different from working with.
So different. So what's so funny is that when Danny sort of dropped that before we started shooting, was like, I'm going to shoot him on iPhones, and it's going to go.
You're like, what?
Did I just miss? What did you just say? Because I think everyone has that reaction, But when you went on set, I mean, yes, there were iPhones, but then there were these incredible different lenses that they'd attached onto them, so they were very adaptable. But when they took all those lenses off, it allowed you to get really up and close and in an environment and almost
to move more freely.
Yeah, and Antti Dogmental, the cinematographer, he'd operate them, but he'd be able to. Eventually, you sort of almost like a fly on the wall in some ways, because you then were just very focused on the drama and the being present, and he was just kind of capturing these sort of real moments. So it makes for a really interesting movie, and I think it's they're really paving the way of cinema.
Yeah.
Do you feel that it makes you more free to feel that there is no camera there?
At times, and then sometimes it made you feel kind of vulnerable. But yeah, ultimately,
it almost almost feels a part. There was something about the way that Anthony moved with the camera that it felt like the camera was almost a part of you. There was something quite animalistic and dynamic about it, and intuitive. So like you were always kind of, you and the camera team were always kind of moving together in a way. It's almost like a funny little dance.
They were very inventive, weren't they? Because you said at one point they tied it onto like a rope and swung it across the room to another person.
And Anthony would just be like, just so you know, like, this is what we've plotted, but like I'm gonna go off what you give me. So sometimes he would move in a way that you hadn't blocked before, and you are to stay in the moment and just kind of go with what's arising.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.